There is a side of what I say social engineering. Then there is my role as the Islamic. It deserves to be feared. That means you avoid everything that will displease God, and you do everything that will please God, and do not die until you are a Muslim and a good one. So the next question is, what is that Muslim and what is that good Muslim that God has asked us to make sure we attain it? That is to say, God has said, don't die and come to me without preparation. Whether you are Muslim or Christian, you must come to me having recorded enough good for me to give you credit. Because before my court, your father and mother cannot help you. There is no lawyer, there is no appeal, there is no pleading. So Allah said in the Quran, Alif Lam Mim, Zalika al-Kitab la rayba fi hudan lil muttaqin. This is a book, there is no doubt, is a guide for those who obey Allah, muttaqin. So those who obey Allah are those who fear Allah. So what is that guide? Allah said again, Allazina yu'minuna bil ghaibi wa yuqimuna as-salata wa mimma razaqnahum yunfikun. That is those who believe in Allah without seeing him, without meeting him. They only got the message from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the evidences of God are everywhere in the Quran and in your life. You ate today, you are breathing today, there is sunlight, there is day and night. Somebody would have created all. So if you do not believe in Allah, then you stand no chance. You will have no delegate to represent you in the election before Allah. The next is wayukimuna salata, that you carry your Sallah. Sallah here is used as the mother of all ibadah. That is, whatever worship you do with God, you worship wholeheartedly and let it be pleasing to you. It is not a punishment. It is an obligation between you and your Creator, and you are proud to do it, and you are happy to do it, and you are keeping to time. Then the third is وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. Whatever resource we provide you, you eat and feed others. I will now take these three again one by one. So first, Allazina yu'minuna bil ghaibi. That is those who have total faith in one God. He has no father, he has no son, he has no brother, he has no younger brother. He is simply the creator of all the universe, and everything depends on him. So, what is the evidence? Or what are the obligations in believing God as a Muslim? The first is you worship God as he deserves to be worshipped, as he said. Second, you thank him as he deserves to be thanked. Third, you seek his forgiveness as he deserves, as you deserve to ask for forgiveness, because you are the guilty one. So when you calculate all, you observe that where did you know how to worship God is from the Quran. Where did you know how to thank God is from the Quran. Where did you know how to seek forgiveness from God is from the Quran. So the essence of being a good Muslim and appearing before God with hope is that you must be close with the Quran. The Quran should be part of you. You must be part of the Quran. You must seek its knowledge. You must think about it. You must analyze it. You must ask according to its teaching, and you must teach those who are behind you. So anybody who wants to win election before God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, must be a partner, a reader, and an adorer of the Quran. You and the Quran, you must be one. You go together. The next is wayukimuna salata. That is, you keep upright on the worship to Allah. So here, it means your Sallah, your fasting, your zakah, your haji, all the good you can do, and all the relationship that you do and all the good intention you do to everybody, including animals. The third is mimma razaqnahum yunfikun. What is the meaning that what God gave you, you feed? What did God give you? What is the wealth that God gave you? This one is going to apply to both Christians and Muslims alike. The biggest mistake is say, God did not give me anything. You are lying. God gave you health. Without health, what can you do? Nothing. So the first gift of God is health. The disaster we have in the country now, which is put in our brain of our youth, called unemployment. You cannot be a Muslim, you cannot be a good Christian and say you are unemployed. There is no word unemployment. Once you are healthy, you must think, use your brain, and do something to create good for yourself and for the others. The second good, God said in the Quran, هو الذي جعلكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه. I am Allah. I am the one who created the earth in wide space. Go round and find what you will eat. This going round is a serious statement. It is three ways. First of all, you go around physically, which means you use your leg. If you don't have a job to do in Jalingo, go to Kano, go to Sokoto, go to everywhere. That is, you are moving around. Second, you move around with your brain. If you try this, it doesn't work, think and try this, it doesn't work, think and try this. The third is yutil hikmata man tasha'a. Faman yutal hikmata fakad utiya hayran kasira. Allah says he gives skill to whoever he wants. Whoever he gives skill, he has given him a lot of good. So the whole progress of humanity depends on skill. Today we are using telephone, we are using radio. If nobody developed that things, what work are you going to be doing? You sit down, this man holding camera is a Mumwe man. He is planting yam in the same way, in the same pattern for the last 40 years. How can he see progress? Those who are governing us must understand that the first task of a leader is to stimulate the brain of the people, to make them to think, to make them creative, to make them bring up hope in the hopeless. You do not encourage people, he's gonna say I'm creating jobs. You can't create jobs. You get people to create jobs themselves. Yeah, you understand? The human being is the most sophisticated robot. He doesn't need to be followed. What he needs is to be guided. And the job of leadership is guidance. So in summary on these matters is, if we want to progress, we want to pass the election of God as Muslims, and in fact I would say as Christians. The first is, we should know the Quran, we should come near it. If you are a Christian, I advise you, go and read the Quran. You may learn from it. You may develop skills that you never thought is there, because there is wisdom in it. The most Christian country is Germany. Almost all German leaders would have read the Quran. No pretense about it. Yeah, you understand? The second is that when you worship God, you worship him sincerely, not hypocrisy. You start beating drums, you start dancing while the members of the church or the members of the mosque, they are washing our girls. That is not worship. In the worship, you must say, God, I love you, and I am worshiping you because you are my creator, you are my sustainer, you are my hope, you are my confidence, and I'm going to end up before you. Third is, we must all make sure we eat halal. That means we live honestly. You must work and make sure you eat honestly. Any group of people who think 419, shortcut, prostitution is going to help them, they have failed ab initio. They will go nowhere. The number 4 is, we must sympathize with each other. When you try to get something to eat, make sure it's more than just what is going into your mouth. You must take into consideration the need of the next person. If every person is thinking of the next person, we are going to end up with a balanced society. We are going to end up with a situation where everybody is eating. Number 5 is, we must all uphold the truth. If you go now, our courts are full. We don't need court if we are all honest. We can simply cut the salaries of the judges and we make progress. So there is no need of all these thousands of lawyers jumping here and there. All of us are trying to establish truth. It's a lie. If we are establishing the truth, Jesus said, would set you free. That means free from all encumbrance. You understand? This one is saying the truth. This one is saying the truth. How many minutes will you be before the judge? 5 minutes. Because the judge himself will see the truth. And you will be the judges yourself. So wherever you see people joking with the truth, they are leading themselves to self-destruction. Number 6 is we must remember the first part that I said. God is alternating day and night. What he's telling you is your age is finishing. You sleep, you wake up, another day has gone. And you are one day nearer to your death. So we must think of death. And the meaning of thinking of death is you must remember that the bad you want to do now, you will die and it will be open. You will be asked. Somebody will be asked. And if you think that you want to steal and pile money so that your children will enjoy it, why don't we imagine that somebody will come and kill them and take the whole money? If you kill another person to make money, what stops another person from coming to kill you to take the whole money? Yeah, you understand? So we must all aim at respecting death and understanding that whatever good we do leaves after us. This is a standard state. Number 7 is to give everybody his rights. Nobody who wants to appear before God should think of taking the right of another person. What for? Make sure nobody takes your own. And the best way to make sure nobody takes your own is by you yourself not taking the right of any other person. So if you all keep to that, we will see progress. All the noise you are making, Muslim Christians are fighting. It's not true. I always say it. Those who are fighting are those who are not Muslims and those who are not Christians. You understand? Because if you look at what Christianity contains, you look at what Islam contains, they will never fight. They will always find a solution. We say in Fulani language, no matter the number of fools, you don't need to count them. The word is only one, they are all fools. You understand? So when there is wisdom, the Chinese say, people who are wise always find a way to cooperate. I therefore call on the people of Nigeria, we stop making empty noise. The truth is, we need brain and skill to create the resources the Europeans have created. The Europeans have virtually made us fools. You look at the British. The most important British company that remains in Nigeria is Guinness, to make alcohol for you, to get drunk so that you lose your sense. All the good engineering elements, they have taken it out, they have gone with it. They left out with Guinness. Yeah, you understand? Somebody told me Benue was spending nearly 20-30% of the income on alcohol. How much are they spending on the education of their children? So these are facts that we need to start analyzing as quickly as possible. I wish all Nigeria the best. I am proud to be a Nigerian, and I want to tell all Nigerians, we don't need to create 20-40 countries. We need to make ourselves more sensible as Nigerians. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Although you already talk about the incoming administrations, but we really want you to advise the general public.
You are giving 3 questions.
Just to ask the question.
Your Highness, you said you've forgiven you
and my people.
And your people have forgiven Governor Darius Dixon,
100%.
who has only 30 days to live.
Yes.
Although experts have said forgiveness is nobler than vengeance.
Right.
Why do you choose to forgive Darius Dixon Isiaku?
I did not choose. I'm only acting naturally. He was our governor for 8 years. He made a lot of sacrifice in our service. And when the sacrifice finishes, the minimum we'll say to him is thank you. Yeah, you understand? In fact, I'm supposed to arrange some cows, collar, everything. But it's not my culture, because somebody will say Emir is bribing governor. But a word of thank you from me is the message of good and is a message of good relationship.
Okay, sir. What is a message to the incoming governor in order to rule this country to achieve his...
You mean what is my advice?
Advice.
So, very simple. We are very lucky to have virtually, I would say, a virgin as an incoming governor. He has never been involved in any controversy anywhere. So I welcome him in total. My first advice to him is to understand that his 8 years, if he got it, will also finish as that of Darius has finished. And what he is going to be judged at the end of the 8 years is the good he has done. So he should from day one try to employ whatever he can to build as much credit. And the first credit he should build is his tongue. He must never lie. He should always aim at saying the truth, no matter how difficult the situation is. Second, he has to start on a clean slate. Nobody can go right unless he can define his beginning. So technically, he is starting from 1st of June. So my first advice as a father, take stock of what you find, not to fight anybody, but to know where you are studying and what direction you are going to be going. The third is he must ask himself, what are the issues at stake in the people? And I will list some of them. The first issue in Taraba is what I will call mental laziness. We have a lot of people with a lot of resources, but the skill with which to take advantage, exploit these resources is not there. An Igbo man came to Jalingo to me. He wanted to hire an excavator from me to go and dig a mineral in Jalingo. And I said, well, where is your capital? He said, from the bank. I said, okay, we have bank here. I have the excavator. The mineral is Jalingo. Why do I need you? You understand? So this is the situation we are in. People here are not using their brain at the time they are supposed to use it, because to some extent a large element of helplessness have come into the lives of many people. Many people in Taraba have concluded they have no chance to do anything. My children left school, no work. Me, I don't have this. Where do I start? So he, the governor, should tell everybody, I am the starting point. He must make sure he communicates. Between him and the society, there should be no gap. He should first of all go around all the local governments. Where he cannot go, he calls wise people from all the local governments. Sit down with them, discuss with all of us. Let's look at where we start. He should ask himself, I am the governor, but am I the only sensible person? No. So he should tap from the sense of all other people. As I said, he is coming as a virgin. It's a very big credit to him. So with that credit, first of all, he should unite the whole state. When you are looking for election, you try to get Khan to support you, this one to support you, is true. But after election, you are on oath to govern the whole state to the best of your ability. So he should now take that oath seriously, and I assure him of my open-hearted support.
Thank you.
Your Highness, elections have come and gone, which produce winners and losers. Maybe the losers may decide to maybe take their issues to the court. What advice will you give to the judges at the court?
But that has already been covered now. The losers are not losers. They are the person INEC said they lost. There are two losers. There is a loser that by his assessment, he knows he has lost. The matter is closed. There is a loser who felt something is not fair to me in the process. He is the person who is going to court. So if he goes to court, it is first of all he, the person going to court, that I will advise. Make sure you judge yourself before wasting the time of the court. Now there are technical elements everybody can use to assess whether he got votes or not. So all the people who are declared losers by INEC, If they are satisfied, they are satisfied. We wish them the best, we support them. If they are not satisfied, they should be the first judges. They should assess the facts before them, before even approaching the court. So, and the question of advice to court, there is nothing like advice to court, because court is a constituted body. It has laws on which it is supposed to work. What I will say to the court is not advice. I will tell them a straight word. Don't think you are the wisest. Do your job according to the provisions of the very law that created your offices. It is a disgrace on you to try to sell judgments, to try to get bribe. There is no way I can even say a lawyer or a judge will get bribe, because I have no right. Yeah, you understand? He is only holding an office, and the society expects him to act correctly. So I will only call on them to honor and dignify their offices. Thank you.